In the news, what's going on? Okay. So I guess first things first, yeah.
What is the first?
Hideki Kamiya.
Yes.
To say Yoko-san saved platinum would not be an exaggeration.
And when he says Yoko-san, he means Yoko Taro, director of...
He means Yoko Ono of the Beatles fame.
Of course.
The woman who brought the Beatles together.
Yeah, they're finally, and solidified their relationship forever.
Yes.
But, it's pretty crazy that Kamiya said this. Like, there's other, like, head guys at the head of Platinum that would probably say a line like this. I'm surprised this Kamiya is just like, straight up, like, yeah, you saved our bacon. Because without this project, like, he doesn't say in so many words, but everyone's like, oh, you mean because Microsoft, like, you got not paid from Microsoft after putting years of work into Scalebound.
Exactly.
That's what people are saying. He doesn't talk about that.
Yeah, I think we can just simply infer that they would probably have been okay if not for the major loss of Scalebound, and that would have hurt them in such a way because unlike, the tiny games that they've worked on over the years for little things, Scalebound was a massive project for the studio. And yeah, you can't take the hit on that and not be like, oh, it's fine, I'm going to shrug it off. I mean, I think at the time Kamiya said something along the lines of we'll continue to be guns for hire, right? Like, yeah. He just kind of said like, yeah, we'll do what we do, and that's that.
I remember something like that quote. And it's like stuff like Bayonetta 2 and Wonderful 101. It's like those are just things that Nintendo would be like, I don't care, just doesn't matter if it really sells, we'll just pay you for it. We'll work with you in the future. They're working on something for the Switch, but like this is the first time, as far as we know publicly, like Platinum put work and time into something, and then it never got finished. So like they don't see that money.
What do Microsoft have any large productions on the horizon that are not just like timed exclusive things?
No.
Nothing comes to mind, eh? I mean, even Anthem
there's
was
no
like
Gears of War, and there's no
Anthem
Gears of War
was like
as far as we
on
know
the
yet.
stage, but it was just like revealed there first. It doesn't actually.
Sea of Thieves from Rare. That's not out yet. There's that, but I wouldn't even categorize that as a huge, massively expensive game.
Okay, well there you go then. I guess. So I mean, you have to wonder like how. Yeah, I'm definitely curious as to how Scalebound would have performed, but one thing's for sure is that the cancellation probably did some massive damage.
It hurt Platinum more than it did Microsoft.
So the translation of Kamiya's tweet, specifically for your context, everybody, is near success has to this point given Platinum a new fan base, a growing staff, a brilliant success story, an increase in qualified job applicants, and a great benefit. Normally, I can't help but do everything by myself. It's a pitiful story. But to say that Yoko-san saved Platinum would not be an exaggeration. I cannot thank him enough. Nier Automata, saving Platinum games.
I get what he means. It's more like there's more eyes on us because traditionally a lot of our projects go under-marketed or like only people that, or like people still think that Konami made Metal Gear Rising.
Or something like that.
But this is like clearly us, and it has our fingerprints all over it. Like, I think it's just clearly a project because aside from Bayonetta, and even then it's like Bayonetta 1 even didn't sell all that well across two platforms at the time, but people know Bayonetta, but it's like it's on the Wii U, the second one, so it's locked to a certain amount of fan base. But this is on all three major platforms. It's a huge success. It's clearly
yes,
like more of their thing.
Absolutely.
Even though it was also obviously made by Namco.
And so the thing is that like I think
it's Namco Bandai that's Nier, right?
Published it?
Yeah.
Not sure. You can find that out really quickly.
I will.
I think we can be more precise and say 2B saved Platinum.
I was also thinking that.
Let's not mince words.
Let's just assume that what's his face from Nier 1.
Old Man Nier.
If he was on the fucking cover of Automata, I'm sorry.
Let's just
Square Enix. Of course.
Let's just take it straight to the source and go, that robot booty saved Platinum. Strong character design and a giant folder called 2b.zip
I mean, like, also don't mince words. Like, the game has incredible voice acting and story and shit, and it's like a very deep story and whatever. But it's asses.
So
guess what? You know why fucking ARMS sold a bunch? Asses.
There you go. You know what they say? Platinum never loses its thick.
The luster of the thickness.
Oh man,
it's the platinum logo should be a shiny ass.
Yeah, just add take the star, just take the star
just
and
be
put
bouncing
it,
off that thing,
bam.
man.
Flipping quarters.
If there's I want to see fucking Wonderful 101. All of them are wearing thongs. Wonderful 102 rather, whatever it may be.
But yeah, that's what it is though, and I think that like unfortunately, the reality it's unfortunate, but it's something we've always known is that Platinum's fantastic, unique in-house games are limited appeal to broad audiences. Like we know and love the Wonderful 101, but that's super limited to a bunch of people, and it didn't. And
Scalebound was the thing that seemed to be like, oh, we're trying to get into those bigger, epic Western games that people, it's like, get really into. And that's kind of what Scalebound, although I still feel like we barely saw anything of it or what you actually did.
Yeah.
We just saw a couple fights.
Yeah.
Like, what did you do when you're not fighting? Was it just fighting? I don't know. Like, some people are like, oh, it's a Monster Hunter game. And I'm like, is it? They never really...
So the quality's usually a niche thing. And, Nier Automata's, like, spotlight from the game industry is one that's, like, this is one of the first times where it's, like, been on center stage.
Yeah.
And that's crazy and awesome, but here's what's even more impressive. That was center stage in a climate surrounded by Zelda Breath of the Wild,
Horizon,
and fucking Persona 5.
Like Yakuza, Horizon, Zelda, Persona. Yeah, then this was smack dab in the middle of it. It was
insane.
February and March.
And it manages to hold its own and stand out above that.
Yeah.
And be a success in a time when people really want to spend their money on other things.
It sold like what, like 1.2 million copies?
It was great, very successful. Like, it's really cool that it was able to do that. Fuck yeah, man. This is such a weird, like, unexpected Liam supporting universe that we live in.
Yeah, no.
I
mean, if you had told me it was gonna, be I don't know the budget of the game, but like obviously a big success before it came out, I'm like, oh, it's a Platinum game. I'm gonna play it eventually. I'm gonna like it. And I love the demo when I played it, and we're all like, yeah, no, that's gonna be great. But I wasn't expecting it to actually do well, especially since the first one was just such a weird thing that I didn't even think would ever.
Why
get
would this come back?
Why would this come back?
Yeah.
Exactly.
2017, man, we're not done yet.
No.
Pretty all right year for gaming.
It's been okay.
We got some rumors.
It's no 2011.
Well, nothing can be.
I always try to pick a year that everyone's like, what came out?
But last time you tried that, the person who was there had a fucking list ready for you.
There's always something.
I forgot who it was, but one of it might have been Stop Skeletons, but yeah, someone had just like what are you talking about? There was
and then I just locked myself into the bathroom for like an hour.